Question number 155 has been asked by the Honorable Shivambu to the Minister of Finance. The Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chair. The question is as follows. Whether certain persons contributed to the National Treasury economic paper, entitled Economic Transformation, Inclusive Growth and Competitiveness towards an Economic Strategy for South Africa. If so, what was their role? And then the names submitted for these certain persons are those of Professors Ricardo Hausman and Robert Lawrence from Harvard University. Honorable Shivambu. But I think you forgot to ask to add Professor Danny Roderick. And the question is, have they contributed towards the paper? The answer depends on how you define contribute. Because you can contribute in various ways. You can contribute by drafting a paragraph or adding a comma and so on. Or you could contribute by paying for the venue of a meeting or something like that. Now, in this instance, I think what you are getting at, since I know you from the Youth League days, what you are getting at is a view that the paper was written by Harvard professors, which is false. Now, if we have time, I wanted to read the people who participated at the 3 colloquia that we organized at the South African Reserve Bank, which colloquia may have contributed to the ideas process or may not. But I think they probably contributed to enriching the thought process. Now, there were only 3 Harvard professors. The rest, South African professors, some of them from your university, from Stellenbosch University, Free State University, and others. While some were private sector economists, government economists, South African Reserve Bank economists, farmers, for example, from ZZ2, and so on. So, yes, so ideas were contributed because the thought processes are not static. But I think there is some kind of intellectual inferiority. Because of Harvard universities, therefore, it is only the Harvard universities that contributed. And yet there are these other South African academics who contributed. But because you are scared of the Harvard professors, you uplift them higher than the others. The fact of the matter is that there were other professors as well, including some who might have taught you and you didn't pick up what they taught you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Shivambu.
No, thanks, Chairperson. Like, there certainly is no professor who taught me who contributed to the neoliberal perspective that we released. And the context of why we're asking the question is because Ricardo Hausman is an associate professor, is an associate for the Center for International Development in Harvard University. And the key funders of the CID is Investec Asset Management, the Standard Bank, is George Soros Open Foundations. And some of the ideas that are contained in that perspective are in Investec economic policy perspectives. So basically, Investec takes its perspectives about the restructuring of ESCOM, feeds the Harvard professors, and then they come and feed you, and then you call that expert advice. And in this context, Investec stands to benefit out of the whole unbundling of ESCOM as is proposed here. So the question we're asking is, unto being, again, like Gwede, Minister Gwede, being a puppet of the capitalist establishment, that is imposing its views through so-called intellectualism, because there's truly nothing intellectual about the perspective. It's just neoliberal drivel that has been repeated many times, that you privatize, you let the state not participate in everything else, and therefore there's going to be growth. That is the context out of it, to say that you are now taking domestic capitalist perspectives on how the economy must be restructured, and then you bring back those perspectives as if it's some expert advice from Harvard, whilst it's not. That is the context within which you're asking this question.
Honorable Minister.
I know that we all have different ideological positions. And so if you want your ideological position to govern, you first have to win elections. So you can't expect the EFF ideological position to be that of the ANC. It's not. So you have to win elections first, maybe manage Johannesburg better. Now, I indicated to you that the 3 Harvard professors were only 3 amongst many who attended. But you are hung up about Harvard because of your intellectual inferiority to Harvard. Yes. Because why not worried about these other South African professors? And 3 people out of over 50 professors are a problem to you. Now, the issue about who funds who is not the issue that you asked me. For example, do I ask who funds the EFF's writing skills? I don't ask you that question because it's your business. Whether it's the VBS or who else, I don't ask that question. Whether you have repaid the VBS money or not, I haven't asked you that question. Until maybe I release the forensic report. Then you'll be in trouble. So focus on the many people who participated in the conversation and not pick up on Professor Houseman alone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.